All right, we framed up. Let's go. Pew, pew, pew. So I am gonna do like a. I'm trying to figure out how I want them on my shelf and stuff like that. So I thought Rhino would be cool on there. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, so in case you haven't seen, I wanted to do a review over the 2-pack for Carnage and Black Suit Spider-Man. So we're doing this raw and live, baby. No cuts, no edits. At least we're gonna try. So here's what you get when you get Carnage. This is pretty much how I'm gonna have him. He's got this little, his little tendrils that go on his back. You know, that's old. But, so the Tomb version, it really don't look like blood or, you know, bloody how it should. It's basically, it looks, you know, like really thick and oily. But it serves its purpose. There's not that many Carnages to come by. So if you missed out on that Venom Carnage wave, then this I'm all for the animated series, but what you'll notice is this is not really quote unquote like cell shaded. It's just basically red and black, even though Spider-Man is cell shaded, which I'm all for because it gives me like that Toon look. And so when I post them up all on the same shelf, like all the Toon variants to include the X-Men, like I was saying in my last video, that's my like childhood. So yeah, like especially when he's gonna be posing stuff. To be honest, sometimes I can't even notice it because the way the light hits it. Like, I mean, yeah, like if a motherfucker gonna like pose his figure like this, like I guess, like shit, like he's gonna have a motherfucker erect like that at attention. Like, yeah, it's not gonna make sense, but who the fuck got Spider-Man standing like that? So, one thing that I've noticed, I think other people may have caught, I don't know, but I mean, what's wrong with this picture right here? Like, this is just bluntly lazy. This is lazy as fuck. Like, I don't care how you, that's like him having a trigger finger. No, him and Venom shoot the web from this little white patch right there. He does not still shoot the web like that. So that literally is just lazy, you know, rework packaging. Like, they didn't even fucking try. In fact, you could have just gave us, you know, the fist and put a little black dot right there. But I mean, you can still do that. Is, you know, because like this is one of the fists that goes down, so you can still get that look. But these two hands could have been something else. I mean, like, I don't know what else. I mean, I guess, you know, really they got this in there, so it's no big deal. Like, what else could that be? A grasping hand? So, there's not a lot. Now, if those were in there and not these, then that'd be fucked up. But I'm just gonna go with the dynamic, like, doom kind of look. You'll see why later. But I guess we'll start with him, even though I picked up Cletus first, because he has the least amount of accessories. So this is on the Renew Your Vows. What a shock, you know. I'm shocked. I like those big eyes, those really big eyes. If we bring in, you know, this is not going to be comparison time. No, this is just straight, you know. This is from like the 616. I wonder if this isn't the Pizza Spider-Man body, is it? To be honest, I don't know. I think this is the Vulcan body. I don't ever want to get into it where it's that deep, because hearing my favorite YouTubers review it, like, I'm starting to like notice, I think this is the Vulcan body, but I don't really care about reuse. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. But let's see here, because I got a shitty tripod. These are both about the same size. This one's a little shinier, but when you look at the face, that's animated series all day. He even kind of like, even with the little blue things right there, it kind of makes it look like he's making an angry face, to where this is just, I mean, I still want them both. But all honesty, even though this is now my favorite buck for Spider-Man, literally because of this right there, my favorite Spider-Man is still the animated series. This one right here, but we're gonna get into that in a minute. Fuck it, let's just keep him right there, give you some eye candy. But if I had to trade, if I had to keep one as it stands right now, I'd keep this one. It just has more character. Like, I don't mind the dynamic lines and cell shading. Like, I get why people don't, you know, but there's 1,000,001 Black Spider-Man out there. Like, this is one of the only Spider-Man that I found in the store. That's how common this was. So like, if you've been collecting for at least 1.5 years and you didn't get this, you didn't want it. Like, that's, I mean, I honestly believe that, like, you can still find this on Amazon, like, if you're in the 50 states. If I'm not mistaken, like 52, but that's debatable. But, you know, we're not going to count U.S. territory. So, yeah. Anyway, like, I like this. So, this one, like I said, it don't come with much. It just comes with these hands as usual. So, I'll never use these. So, when it comes to them trying to be plastic free, like, miss out on shit like this. Like, anybody who's anybody would have known, like, it's not like they've never given us a short. They could have just put this in there and like that. Like, they do shit like that anyway. The movie Spider-Man came with just 2 hands and like 1 web. Like, this comes with nothing but like 4 hands. So you don't even get like the dark shade under the eyes, Parker face or anything like that. Not that he ever had it, but long story short, I mean, this was a waste of plastic. So if you really want to save cost and trees, stop wasting money on shit. And like, if there's somebody out there with the imagination who don't mind using this, okay, no knocks towards you. But for the sake of accuracy and saving money, like if I was to argue to the owner, hey, we can save costs by not putting this shit in there because it don't even match. You might as well put a fucking gun in there. No, that was a waste. Now, I'm not saying you can't use that, but I mean, to each his own. Like, this was all that was needed as far as extra. And we could have kept our window packages the whole time and stopped trying to be like Apple, acting like you saving the environment. Secondly, I think the second pack of this, if there was a true fan, like I won't say there's not, because, you know, they have to answer to shareholders and shit like that, man. I get it. So I'm not complaining. But if a motherfucker was to have fun, if they redoing bodies, shout out to anybody that knows why this should have been the 2-pack. Get the fuck out of here, yo. Y'all remember when he went ape shit? If I had like good editing equipment, I would put that clip here, so I'm just gonna do it myself. Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! Yo! He went nuts for no fucking reason. This man was scared to death. You can't run from me! I'm sorry. That should have been the 2-pack right there. So, let me see. They're about the same size, yeah. Shocker! But I just wanted to show you can reenact your favorite scene. And I know those lines, for anybody who's wondering, I took a Gundam pen and just customized this. I took brown and just did it like that because, I mean, at the time they were lazy enough to not even paint in the lines. So, like, I wasn't complaining. I got a Shocker. Do I really care? He's a C-list character for all I'm concerned. I just wanted to be able to have him pop, and they do. So, you know, take a $5 Gundam pen. It actually has a lot of fun. But anyway, fuck all that. So, one last comparison. Oh, here he is. Let's compare him to himself. I don't want to take him out of this pose. Fuck it. I'm redoing the shelf anyway. This is my Spider-Man. I mean, like, that soft, round face. Like, the way the eyes are, like the almond eyes. Like, this is my Spider-Man. Like, I love Spider-Man, but the animated series, that was me. So I don't want to erase none of the cell shading, because like I said, when he's on the shelf, it just looks popping. So let's see, like, what I like, this is bigger. That's why, even though this is my favorite body in the Renew Your Vows, I didn't like it as much as this one, because this is the color scheme and everything. That's my Spider-Man. But also, this guy was kind of big. This is kind of big. I think this is perfect use for the black suit. Hopefully, for people out there that don't want this shell shaded, I hope for you guys they redo it in all black, because, you know, this isn't pinless, and most people care about that. You know, I get it. If they release, I think the best of both worlds for everybody to be happy, because if this released in this, you know, this dark color, no shades, but just black, you know, I still would have got this, because my Venom, everything's like tune shaded, so shit's not matching. And I already got this. Like, if I had this and they released this, I wouldn't get this if it was the same like look, but just a different body mold. I would not get it at all. This is the reason why I got it. And like I said, I already got a Carnage, but I want like a tune type of look. These, I'm just gonna have like a straight 616 Marvel, like, you know, collage. But anyway, so let me see if I can stand them up. I mean, like, you should already know, but I'll try moving the camera. This tripod I'm using now is like kind of janky, but it gets the job done. Let's see, zoom in, boom. As you can see, he stands like a head taller, which is just fine. Like, it's not too big, it's not too little. Like, I mean, he didn't become like a, where did I put Rhino? Like a towering giant. So like, there is that like mid game, you know, to where theoretically this one would cost a little more, but like, as you see, it's going up in scale. So, you know, this is just like, he's perfectly skinny enough. Once again, I said in my last video, I am so sorry anybody who didn't get this. That's bullshit. That is bullshit. Once again, it's bullshit. If they don't, like, I mean, how do you not? This is Spider-Man. This is the He-Man of the lot. Like, if there was too many of anything, it should be too many of this. Like, there should be so many of these that motherfuckers, this should be peg warming. It's Spider-Man. It's like Iron Man, they peg warm. There should be just as many Spider-Men. Spider-Man? Spider-Mans. But yeah, there should be just as many. So that's kind of fucked up. So if they don't re-release this in one of the 2-packs, which that's going to be like a waste, but not really, because he's worth it. Not having him would make you not want to get the rest of this shit. It's like a core component. Like, what did they say on Turbo Man? Nobody wants Booster. But I digress. That's like the size difference right there. So let's set them back here. Yeah, man, we just doing this as if y'all chilling in the game room with me. Well, this is the toy chest now. If y'all sitting in the toy chest just chilling and we just shooting the shit, man. So of every Spider-Man figure, let me look on the shelf and make sure I'm not about to be a liar. I can honestly say, because even Hobgoblin is like, I've never had a Goblin. This is the weakest. This is my weakest, least attractive figure. I'm gonna keep him because he's the Toon, so he's gonna go with the rest of the Toons. He's not gonna go with like them. But yeah, he's the Toon. I mean, he's worth having. At this point, do I need any other? Like, not at all. Like, fucking not at all. If this was sold separately, I would not have gotten this, but I'm going to keep this because it'll go with that. This right here, like, as far as Marvel Legends, they haven't topped. Just because, like, it just looks like blood. Like, it just looks cool. I'm not even going to defend it. Like, to me, it's like the cooler of the two. Like, and he's got the pins. I don't care about pins like most people do. I get it. If you've been collecting long enough, you might really give a damn. But it's got texture, and it's texturized. It's not just painted like, you know, whoever was in charge of this wave. I'm glad I picked up like right when this wave was about to end, because I got this from a toy store called Big Bang Toys in Nevada. Don't sleep on them, man. I got this whole wave at price when everything else was like a way above price. And I'm so glad. That was my first Build-A-Figure, the Venom Pool. Fucking loved it. But as you see, comparison wise, like, this is like a movie. This would be like, if you showed this to a kid or something, I would think this is movie version, and this is like toy version, cartoon version. Like, it's just not even, you know. So I think it's good if you missed out on this. It's not superior, but it'll do, donkey. It'll do. Like, it's kind of a way of killing two birds with one stone. I get it. I really think, honestly, these should have been released like in mainline, like in the carded box, because that's what confused me. They never 100% switched to package free. I mean, that's not package free. The retro boxing, it was like the Marvel Legends that come in like that, or like this that was windowless, you know. It would be shaped like this, but it'd have a window. But the retro cards, like, they never, unless the design was made beforehand. But like, these should have been in those, and they should have saved the 2-packs for fun stuff, like, you know, obscure characters like Chameleon and, I don't know, shit, fill in the blank. Chameleon and Vulture. Like, it could have been, because since they doing the 2 boxes, how they did X-Men, they did one at a time, and I think there's only going to be 8. So they could have did like 2 2-packs of villains and then 2 2-packs of heroes, you know, and then the rest, like the main line, so that you can get the main person you want. They released him in that box, right? If they do, which I only hope they do, so everybody else can get one. And because I got this right, but if they do a 2-pack, they're obviously going to have them with somebody, probably like Peter Parker. I want a Peter Parker, so I'll have to have 3 of these. So, I mean, that's marketing. It fucking sucks, but they're here to make money for the shareholders. Like, if McFarlane was in charge or something like that, you know, even him, like, people got to make money. Like, I get it. It is what it fucking is. Like, it's just, can you meet me halfway? Like, so anyway, I would complain that I already got one, but there might be somebody who just started collecting this year, and boom, you get to get two. So let's think of them as well. For those of us who got like 1 million, I've only been collecting 2 years, but the way my room looks, I've been collecting for a decade. So like, anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. This is nothing new. I like it, since I'm gonna have this on the shelf with the clawed hands for space wise. This is more toony, so I'm gonna have him with his little axe right there. I would almost say, let's switch off his head. So here's the face. The mouth would, let me see if it, sorry, y'all, my camera is not the greatest in the world, but it's really not that great. Like, in fact, I would do Cassidy, but I just don't like the human faces really, unless it's Eddie Brock. But his human face, that is a good sculpt. I was looking at that. Let me see if I can make this better. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna try to wipe the lens off. We're gonna do that real time. Yeah, bear with me. Let's see. Let's hope that this makes it better. Y'all gonna be like, this motherfucker, man, let me get the hell up out of here and go watch. Hey, man, I ain't mad at you. This is more therapeutic for me than it is. I think that did a little better. What y'all think, chat? I like to say chat. Like I got a chat, but fucking focus, damn you. Oh my goodness, like. Whatever, man, fuck all that. Look, the face looks good. Nah, but honestly, I might do the Cassidy face because it'll, you know what? That is a good sculpt, like, hands down, like, in this whole package, that head sculpt and this is the best thing going. Like, I don't think I'm gonna use that. Like, that's cool and all, but this might be the first time where I use, because I mean, like, he's already a fucking psychopath, and so like, it's you. If one person deserves it, it's you. I'm gonna watch the animated series again. Yeah, this tendril, I don't even, you know, this would be cool if there was like 5 more. You know, I also feel like how we get those damn, like, for Storm, we get those damn wraparounds. I'm gonna look and see, like, if we had like red tendrils, cause like his whole suit is kind of like tendrily and it's like blood, so it's like that would be cool. Actually, you know, like, you see how it is on there, but it's like attached to it. I feel like if it were like, you know, something like, that's cool, but there's not really anything on the chest or anything, but because this is superimposed, that works. So I think that's what's missing on this, is just painted, and it's just like, let's rush it out for production's sake. I mean, it is what it is, man. We either get it or we don't. Like, this just look damn near toy business. And people are like, oh, Toys Biz back in the game. Motherfuckers is kissing their ass and they just showed a doll. They haven't even like come out with a figure. I've learned in this community it's gonna be something to complain about. I got shit to complain about, but I'm like, what the fuck? It won't do no good. Like, shit. I either buy it or I fucking don't. So anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna have him. I wish I had Shriek. I mean, I do have Shriek. I'm tripping, but she gonna go with him. So yeah, he's gonna be in there by himself because I only have the 616 comics. So there he is next to Spider-Man. I don't know. You could do like kind of fun. Like, I don't think he ever was man enough to manhandle Spider-Man like that. You got the game fucked up. Maybe on Maximum Carnage, but yeah, man. My boss said McCowan, because we go by last names in the military. For those who don't know the military, she was like, what do you do? Do you like play with them? Do you collect them? I said, no, I sit Indian style in my skivvies or my draws, like pew, 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 pew. Oh, shit, I'm having too much fun. But anyway, my humble opinion, as Jay Retro would say, guys, don't sleep on this. Guys, don't sleep on this. Honestly, if you don't really like the cell shaded look and the toon look, to get this is shout out to my man displaying model behavior, because he always says this, and I quote, this is surplus to requirements, mate. And straight up, it would be surplus to requirements. Like, those two, like, if you have these two, you have the two superior. Like, these are vastly superior. That's a body mold than this. but still, like, if these were all 4 sold individually, I would have bought, you know, like this one and that one if I were starting off and I didn't already have them. But that's marketing for your ass. Is like, give them, you know, everybody does. Even McFarlane, he'll give you the shitty one. Like, that's why I'm not getting that Mr. Freeze, because I guarantee you, mark my words, the 11th of April, watch, he gonna come out with a gold label Mr. Freeze, and that's the one I'm gonna get. And if he don't, I'm just not getting it, because that shit is ugly. But yeah, so like I said, if you don't want the tune, like, first of all, like, if you don't like the cell shading, you're not gonna invest in that. Getting this would have just been a waste anyway. This would have just been like too much. If you have the Renew Your Vows and you wanted this just because it was Spider-Man, think about this. I don't even think about it. If these were peg warmers like fucking Lady J was in G.I. Joe Classifieds, or Iron Man, like if this was literally no shit a peg warmer, if Spider-Man were everywhere, would you have even fucking wanted this one? Like, if you had the Renew Your Vows, or if you had you a good solid Spider-Man that worked for you. For me right now, like, the king, the 2 kings right now is this one and the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. If you had those 2, you didn't need this. I wanted this because if it were reversed and I could get this and not the Renew Your Vows, I would have got this. Actually, I would have got them both, because I want a Spinnerella. I want a Spider Universe. So if you don't want to waste money like me, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Like, he like, come on. If you don't want to waste money, don't feel bad for missing out on this. If you don't have a Spider-Man at all, that Renew Your Vow is still on Amazon for like the regular price. Like, if you don't get it, you just don't want Spider-Man. So anyway, my incredible people, you know what? We're going to do this raw. So I ran out of space and I had got to clear my phone out. And before I finish that video, excuse me, I started setting this up just to see how it looks. So I guess I'll just close it out with this. I say these are major go if you don't have, you know, the other 2 that I was mentioning. So the 616 comic version, like I don't feel like I overpaid for this. This was worth it. So yeah, definitely get that. But as you see in the background, I wasn't even gonna record this, but I was having fun with it. I want to build my Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So not gonna do a review on them. But I need to get Quicksilver, I need to get Polaris, and I need to get a better version of Magneto, because right now the only one that I have is from the Age of Apocalypse. But I think they're starting to shape out nice, and I like it when I can put little teams like that together. So once again, if you like the review, I know this is all over the place, but that's how we do it, man. We doing it live and raw. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below. Let me know if you like this review. Are you going to pick these up? Did you get the other ones? Until then, hoo-yah.